Me record, and good morning, everybody. What is going on this nice chilly Sunday in Florida, which is very unique because usually it doesn't be that cold in Florida, but today it's like chilly. So enough about that. How y'all doing this morning? Episode 91 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, Silverback Senpai. Across the table from me is my co-host, Waluigi.
Good morning, my dudes. I can't believe it's, 56 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not normal for a Floridian. It's too early.
Absolutely it is. And our guest is none other than KingJowa. What is going on, my guy?
Not much, but yeah, it feels like 44 outside. It's crazy.
Yes, it is. The lowest is like 49 degrees, and the highest is 69. Nice.
As you already know, this episode of the podcast is going to be available on Spotify, iTunes, and all other audio hosting platforms. All you got to do is just Google South Florida Gamers Podcast, and you'll see us there. And, of course, video playback will be available on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. For those who have missed the podcast live or any other segment of it, it'll be available there. So, like in our traditional, feature of our podcast, whenever we bring someone new, we always want to start off with, all right, with our guests, hey, what is it that got you into gaming? Like, what is your gaming origin story? Like, bring us to the beginning of how you became a gamer all the way up until now. So the mic is all yours.
Yeah, so that kind of started when my grandmother one day went, here's a DS. And you know those little cartridges that you put a SD card in and it just has like hundreds of games?
Yeah.
Found like 5 Sonic games and it just kept going from there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Played a lot of Sonic Advanced, I think, on it. And then from there, I believe it was my cousin's PS2 playing that old like 3D Pac-Man game.
Right.
Oh,
That game was a lot of fun, yeah. From there, then we move on to the Wii, where I played, who would have guessed, Sonic Unleashed.
That game where Sonic turns into like some kind of werewolf type of character or whatnot.
The werehog.
The werehog. Yeah, it was so weird. Like
It was really weird, especially with the platforming.
Like the direction where Sega was going with that. Like that was during a time where Sega was just like, I don't know where they're going, but we're just like, we're in it for the ride, and we're not going to talk about Sonic 06 because of course that is by far the worst Sonic game of all time, of all Sonic franchises. But that one Sonic game where he just like transforms into this like werewolf,
And the whole
creature.
mechanics changed completely.
Yeah, it just like, what is this? What am I playing at this point?
And you think it would stop there and getting weird, but then there are 2 versions of the game.
Really?
There is a Xbox and PS3 version, and then there is the Wii and PS2 version of the game that was made by Dimps. So Sonic Team and Dimps made basically 2 different games and then called them both Sonic Unleashed and released them.
Huh.
I actually did not know this.
Yeah.
That is new to me.
I played the Wii version, but I never played the PS2 version.
The PS2 and Xbox version, or the PS2 and the Wii are the same.
The
Same
real
game.
console version.
Yeah, the real console versions, which you can still play on the newer Xboxes, go kind of hard.
Really?
Yeah, and they're so graphically intense that the Xbox Series X gets like knocked down in a level to like 3 FPS.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
It's great.
That is bad.
That's terrifying to hear that.
Yeah, they're crazy games. But after playing a lot of Sonic games on the Wii, and for those watching, Sonic and the Black Knight's the best one. You cannot change my mind. Then I believe we move on to the Xbox One, which I stayed there for a while, played a lot of Forza Horizon 3, fell in love with the Forza series until they dropped Horizon 4 and 5, which are games.
Yeah. They are games.
They are
definitely.
games.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to the PC, where I am right now. That's where I also picked up, I believe, a year or 2 ago, picked up Guilty Gear Strive and got into fighting games. And then found you guys, and now here we are.
Well, damn.
Okay.
That's the fastest origin story I've heard so far.
It's kind of fast, but like there isn't really much to it. It's just a lot of racing games.
Is it because you're a Sonic fan?
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm kidding.
Who would have guessed? The hat, Sonic on it.
That's too early. I'm sorry.
Hey, I could keep talking about. There could be a Sonic podcast for today if you want it to be.
Oh, gosh.
That means we would have to get a couple of people who are also Sonic nerds on the podcast as well for a group episode.
I'm terrified to know who else is a Sonic nerd. I know one in particular.
Ooh, Media Nut?
No.
Because he is one.
Ultimate wielder, actually.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Do you know San Juan?
So on, yes.
He would throw hands at you saying Sonic 06 is bad.
Wait, you're talking about Diego?
Diego, yeah, he's the one that got me this hat.
Nice.
Yeah, he loves
Diego's the
Sonic.
homie. I love that man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
All right, so you picked up gaming. I would say not as early as a lot of people. It's very unique. Your origin story is very unique because you started off with the DS, so that also means that you pretty much did not get to experience previous genres, previous eras of gaming, like the PS2 era of gaming, the PS1 era of gaming, and so on.
It had to be within the 06, 08 range when it got released, give or take.
The Wii, right?
Oh, DS.
Oh, the DS. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, was it? Because the DS, at least the original, had the Game Boy Advance card at the
Yes, it
bottom.
did.
Yeah.
That's the one feature I loved.
I don't know why they dropped it. It's so cool.
I guess because they wanted to cut back on gaming costs and whatnot and be like, hey, this is, the future that we're moving into. Granted, yeah, with the Nintendo DS, and I remember the DS you could put your Game Boy Advance games into the DS, and then, of course, you also have the cartridge. But as the DS started to,
Modernize.
as you said, modernize and whatnot, then that feature is no longer there. And yeah, it's to cut costs. And then, of course, it's like, hey, this is what we're going to do moving forward. It's just like weed this out because it's like, hey, if you wanted the Game Boy Advance or experience the games, then you can go back and experience that or go visit a local game store or GameStop or whatnot and pick up Game Boy Advance games there. But
that might be hard to find. Thrift shops might be like a higher probability.
I found a store, I believe, in Miami Gardens that has like Game Boy Advances and PlayStations and stuff. I forgot the name of it, but it was so
I think I know which one you're talking about because I usually see like Instagram ads for them, and I was like, this is another place I have to check out as well since they have since they sell like retro games in there or whatnot, and we also have one nearby which is Way Back When. Shout out to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if you're here and you want like any retro game, retro console, whatnot, they got it. So I highly recommend them.
Oh, 100%.
So
yeah, you mentioned the PS2. I honestly haven't experienced much of the PlayStation till I got a PS5 a few months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my
Wow.
first PlayStation.
That's
the PS5, your first on PlayStation.
That's my first
Wow, that's man.
really. That's a unique situation.
Yeah.
Because most people would be driving on nostalgia. It's like I've been playing since the one, the PSP Vita.
Or if they didn't experience with the PlayStation
3 or
1 or the 2, then they're like, okay, I probably started with the PS3 or the PS4, but you started with the PS5.
Like
PS5.
skip 5 generations, which is what,
Wow.
20 something years
Yeah.
of history. That's good.
Yeah, but honestly, my main reason was because I felt I needed to play Spider-Man 2 day one.
You know,
Understandable.
That's fair.
I can't fault you for that.
I played the first two on PC and I'm like, damn, these games are good. I need
Yeah.
to play this game day one. So I got a PS5. Haven't looked back. It's a great console. Been playing a lot of GT7, and recently I played Gravity Rush 1 and 2. Those games are amazing.
I have heard really good things about those games.
They're so
Yes.
good. They are gems. Like they need to make a third one, and they're making a movie for it.
Yeah,
which is
I
nice.
heard rumors about that. Like, hey, they're gonna make like a Gravity Rush movie or some kind of live adaptation of the game, and I'm interested. I'm a little worried, but I'm interested to see how they're gonna play that off.
Yeah,
So, on the subject of PS5, did you guys see the Wolverine leak by any chance?
I did. I honestly felt kind of bad for Insomniac.
I felt terrible for them. Like, the graphics look good, low-key.
Yeah, it
Or
looks
at least
great.
the alpha. I felt bad about the whole situation. I'm like, this game is definitely going to have a lot of potential, even though this grave, dangerous thing had happened.
Yeah.
I had to watch it. I'm just like, don't watch the leak. I'm like, yeah, no, I had to. I'm curious to see what the
I mean, a lot of people watch the leak or whatnot. I saw the leak and I was like, okay, this looks pretty decent and whatnot. I see some elements that they took from the Marvel Spider-Man game and added to this. I mean, of course, it's being made by the same people who made Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see. Okay, like it's gonna feel very similar or whatnot. But I'm curious as to the direction that they're gonna go with the game.
Oh, 100%. This is going to be interesting. Especially Insomniac hasn't made a bad game so far that we know of.
Yeah, I'd say
I'm
they're
sure you're thinking about one right now, and that's going to correct me.
I mean, Insomniac bad game. I mean,
The only complaint I've heard about was Miles Morales because it felt like Spider-Man 1.5.
Yeah,
That's the only one I'd say.
Yeah, that would be one of them. Picking back to I'm picking back to the Resistance series because I know 3 was very underwhelming. 1 and 2, Resistance 1 and 2 for Insomniac was really good, especially 2. I love 2, but 3, that's where it was just like, what the hell? And then, of course, Insomniac is, of course, also known for their Ratchet and Clank series. There's been a ton of, good ones. There's some ones that just kind of was like, eh. But I would say the more up-to-date Ratchet and Clank games, I believe the last one that they had was really good, really solid. So it's worth the playthrough and whatnot. And if you want to buy it, hey, go for it and buy it. It's worth the price. And I think the one previous to that, which was also on the PS4, was kind of like a reboot of Ratchet and Clank 1. That's also worth buying and playing as well.
Oh, that's good to know. There's a lot of things going on for PS5.
Oh, wait. Was it Insomniac? No. No, I'm thinking of another game. I'm thinking of Infamous. But Infamous is by Sucker Punch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was made by Sucker Punch.
That's a game they need to bring back.
They do. There's so many good options,
But-
and consequence.
That'll be another topic for another day. Today is about our guest. All right, so
When it comes to Insomniac, real quick.
Yeah.
As much as I love Spider-Man 2, out of the 3, it's probably my least favorite.
Oh.
Out of the 3 Spider-Man games, I think the story is a little
yeah,
underwhelming.
Yeah, I felt the same. Now I also got to ask you this then: is it worth Game of the Year?
Or was it back then?
Was it worth Game of the Year?
As much as this is a discourse that was pretty big. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it did deserve the nomination.
Yes.
I think every game this year or last year deserved the nomination 100%.
Okay.
There's not one I disagree with, but Baldur's Gate is there. You can't take it away from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Especially with all the voice acting interactions types that you can do. I still haven't yet to play it.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a game where you can almost do literally anything. It's crazy. You want to climb a wall with boxes? You can do that. You can skip the final boss. Nobody cares.
That's how you break the game.
Yeah, but like you can do it. I think the world record is at like 3 minutes for the entire game.
That's unsettling.
Wow.
3 minutes.
Yep.
Jesus. I forgot speedrunning was serious.
Yeah.
Now there's like 10 people on that leaderboard.
There's a leaderboard too.
Yeah, it's on speedrun.com.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Spider-Man 2, like I enjoyed it, but it definitely didn't feel like it is like, oh, it should be Game of the Year or whatnot, because oh my goodness, now you can play as both Spider-Man characters or whatnot.
Should have been co-op.
Yes, it should.
10,000% co-op. Should
Yeah.
have been multiplayer.
Should have, yeah.
Yeah, and the story, like for me, I was just like, I just want to get it over with. There were just parts in the story where just like it was just dragging, and I'm just like, it just felt like a chore just to be like, okay, now I gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, and I'm just like, I'm just like trying to get it done and over with or whatnot, and all the way up until the end, climactic finish or whatnot, yay. And
It just didn't hit as hard as the first game.
yeah, I would say the first one was like
That story
Got you.
it hits, man.
yeah.
Watch, there's just going to be some generic DLC. I'll give it 3 to 4 months.
Well, for Spider-Man 2 DLC wise, actually kind of excited for it. So far we have Carnage confirmed.
Yeah.
Which I mean Carnage, and I think the other one was Daredevil.
Ooh, okay.
Which I mean
you're
Daredevil's
probably
great.
just going to deal with it. I doubt you can play them. I would love to play as Daredevil.
That'd be so sick.
It would be sick. But
Yeah.
the thing is, he can't really swing much except with ability.
Yeah.
Man.
That or maybe Doctor Strange, because his building is there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's where Black Cat steals the thing that we're not going to name because that's spoilers. I just realized that.
Yeah.
That game's still kind of new.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Black Cat doesn't steal anything. I promise. She's not in the game.
Yeah, which was underwhelming. It was just like she's there for a part and then be like, all right, gone, bye.
Yeah. Especially with how much of a part she played in the first one. It's like,
Yeah.
really? You're just gone for the rest of the story?
Yeah.
The thing was, the game wasn't rushed, which is even funny.
Yeah, they delayed it, no? They delayed it like once?
Yeah, they delayed
Yeah,
it once, and
once.
then game comes out. You know, I had no problems or issues with it or whatnot.
I mean, it's fine.
there was, very, very few glitches here
Oh
and
my
there.
God, the glitches were funny to see. People
The
getting hit by cars randomly.
The square. You could change your costume into just a square, a cube.
Oh yeah,
And you could just swing around as a cube.
I did not know this.
Yeah, it was really big on Twitter. You could just swing around as a cube.
That's hilarious and messed up at the same time.
So, another question I want to ask is, what are your favorite genres of gaming?
Ooh, I kind of touched on this a little bit. My favorites are platformers, especially 3D platformers, and racing games,
Racing games. Okay.
which kind of sucks because my friends don't really play them. And kind of wish there was a racing game scene here a little bit. But racing games just go hard.
There was a Mario Kart many years ago. No, I'm playing.
All right. So, out of your platformers, which are your favorite three?
Okay, one of them is A Hat in Time. I love A Hat in Time. That game's great.
Ahead in time.
Yeah. Man, I have to think about this. 100% Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
It's either Mario Odyssey or like 64, but probably Odyssey because the soundtrack is really good.
Yes, it is.
And what would be the third one? 3D platformer.
I mean, Sonic.
I mean, okay, as much as I love Sonic, are they really 3D platformers at this point?
No. But it is a platformer.
It is a platformer, but you're
But it's
going like
not
a
a-
straight line.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's true. That is true. Everything's a
3D
straight line.
platform.
Yeah. Well, until the new one, but
What about Shadow the Hedgehog? Did you get a chance to play that?
we don't talk about Shadow
Fuck.
the Hedgehog. we don't talk about that one.
I had to ask this at least once.
There's like 10 different endings and none of them are canon.
All of them aren't canon.
No, there's one that's canon, but like
Okay.
nobody cares.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody did care.
Yeah. 3D platformers.
Your last one.
My last one.
Did you ever play Doom Eternal?
I did. You know what? I'm gonna put Doom Eternal.
Okay,
it's more
fair
of an
enough.
FPS, but like you jump around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
and
make
you're
it
you're platforming here and there and whatnot. So yeah, Doom Eternal counts as a 3D platformer.
They really outdid themselves back then in 2019. I also loved more of the platforming like that it caused.
Yeah.
It made people think.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about like the Doom series, because when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, that person's just going crazy. But the person in the background's like thinking of every single move, what they're gonna do. Especially in Eternal, when they made certain things like the chainsaw, it replenishes your ammo.
Yes.
Ammo and health.
Yeah, and then freezing an enemy gives you shields, and you have to think about what you need at a certain point, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I never did Ultra Nightmare mode. I'm too much of a coward.
I think the game makes you finish one run of the game before you get it.
Yeah, I did the run. It took me 3 days, I'd say. I grinded that game nonstop. And I did love like the platform, the storylines. I went 100%. I wanted to collect everything before I did Ultra Nightmare mode.
That 100% is kind of tough. There's a lot of stuff to get.
I grinded.
Man.
Also, I cheated on YouTube like everyone else did. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I don't blame you because back, years ago, we didn't have a YouTube
No, we
to
did not.
go through gaming tutorials, like how to beat this and that and whatnot. You had to go to websites to be like, Cheat CC or Cheat Planet and whatnot.
Cheat Planet. I haven't heard that name in years.
I know. And you're just like looking up like, okay, how do I get past this part in
my
this game
God.
and whatnot?
I forgot Cheat Planet existed because you can also have Pokemon cheats as well. Or like, oh hey, there's this secret base right over here. To walk this many things at Hatchjack, you do this. Like there's very specific things that you had to read online. It was like this blog of just bullshit.
That's crazy. I never heard of this. I'm
And
too
even-
young.
Ah.
No worries. I think it still exists on YouTube or some TikTok. Someone's going to talk about it randomly in shock.
The amount of information you can get off of TikTok is crazy
It
sometimes.
is really fucking crazy.
You'll be scrolling, there's like a meme, and then you get blasted with like a whole essay, and you're like, what happened?
Oh yeah, that's how I learned about certain glitches in games and how to play Ryu a bit. I'm kidding.
All right, so with racing games, since that is your favorite genre, what are your 3 favorite racing games?
This one surprisingly I think is easier. 100% Gran Turismo 7,
Okay.
Trackmania 2020,
Okay.
and Forza Horizon 5. as much as I was dogging on it, it's still a great game at the end of the day. And that rally DLC is just so good.
Okay.
Ooh. Wait, do you have a racing simulator?
I don't. I should
Okay.
get one, but that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. I was wondering this because I seen people. My coworker told me he spent $2,500 on like a whole simulator, or like how he has a seat, gear shift, and everything. I'm like, this is way too much money. I'm not gonna touch this.
Funny enough, I have something at least similar to like that, to where I think I still have the steering wheel and the pedals.
Oh, like the Logitech.
Yeah, I don't know if it's by Logitech or if it's by another company. The name escapes me, but I have my steering wheel, I have my pedals, and then of course with the PlayStation VR, I can play Gran Turismo Sport. Like, I had the full immersive experience. The only thing I didn't have was the clutch to, really give me that experience and whatnot. So I had to drive everything in automatic, which sucks because, hey, if you want to learn stick, like, hey, just buy the stick, get the pedals and the clutch and whatnot, and then put the headset on and you're in full immerse in Gran Turismo Sport. And I got like the steering wheel and stuff just for that game because I already had the headset. So I was like, you know what? Let me get this game and try it out and whatnot. And I was just like, I was blown away. Like, I have to bring it to Flynn's one day for people to try out.
Oh my god, that would be.
But like, I will say that I had to find something extremely sturdy because like, I've had some of my friends, they would try the steering wheel and they would just like spin out of control with it. I'm like, yo, you have to make sure you grip it nicely. Pause.
Hey, yo.
You set yourself up this time.
But so that way, you have full, complete control of the car because it's like as if you are actually driving an actual car in like real life. You don't want to just let the steering wheel go and then you just spin out of control because it will do that. Like, you are going to feel that resistance. But yeah, I'm holding myself back on that. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I get that because I also have like the flight controls for any like flying game like Ace Horizons, where you put the VR headset on, you also have the flight control, and you're just like in a cockpit of an actual plane and you're moving around. But I will say you are gonna get motion sickness from that shit. Like, you will feel it.
That would be incredible to see, actually. I just imagine you just bring it here and you just see me in a beer in hand, just drinking and driving.
I think I do have it here. So hold on, let me go get it.
Oh my gosh, you actually do?
Real quick.
Here, I never took it home because I was just like,
Trucking simulator drunk.
Yes.
Dude, that would be awesome.
I just see this video. So there's one guy just driving and he's just like singing. He's just like, oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
yep.
It's an official PlayStation.
Oh, wow. That's actually sick. Oh, it's by Thrustmaster. That explains a lot.
Pause. I'm sorry. You said
But yeah, like I think I have a Star Wars game on one of the PlayStations or whatnot.
Oh, Squadron?
Yeah,
Oh,
where you could play Squadron
dude.
on this, and you have the
Wait,
full control.
you have something to say?
EA dropped the ball with the newest Squadron game.
I heard about it.
That game was so sick, and then they just let it go because nobody played it. But
Like Battlefront and everything else related.
yeah, but like it was good. It was really good. It was their last like contracted game with Disney before Disney said, "All right, we're just letting we're gonna do individual contracts for games instead of a long term with EA."
Yeah, like Jedi Survivor is probably like the latest one.
Yeah, but that is like the newest one where they just like did a single contract for that game instead of like
Oh, yeah,
EA
for sure.
gets the rights for Star Wars for this amount of time.
Yeah.
And Squadrons is, if you haven't played the,
The hell you piloting?
he's on his X-wing right now.
Yeah. Nah, but it's like,
It feels great.
I don't want to grip it on camera so awkwardly. Let's say, do a barrel roll.
Dude, Star Fox is so bad. They're not bringing that back.
that's a shame Nintendo doesn't bring it back because that has so much potential.
Talk about Nintendo. Where's Prime?
Oh.
That's the only thing. Like, I have a Switch, and it's like, it's here at the arcade because it's like I don't need it at home.
It became my Pokemon machine. I've been playing so much Pokemon.
I don't blame you.
I just leave mine here actually. I forgot about it now until now.
Hear me out. What if they put Guilty Gear Strive
Nope.
on the Switch
No.
with motion controls? It wouldn't be the first time they put motion controls in Guilty Gear.
It'd be so whack. You know, I can imagine someone just doing a full circle to do a Potemkin Buster.
Dude, you know on the Wii, there was a Guilty Gear game with motion controls. That exists. There's no other way to play the game. You have to use motion controls.
Is it not? It's not Exert, is it?
I think it is.
That explains why it's not popular, but still.
Tragic.
Oh my god! I guess that.
Dude, April Fools, it's just Exert on the Wii.
That's an April Fool's bracket, low key. I will do it. I will join. Watch Waluigi get a top 8 without even playing the game. Just play Johnny.
All right. So last question before we move on to our next topic, and that is, with your history of gaming, as you came into the fold or whatnot, is there anything that you could take away from it, or is there anything that you wish you could have experienced? Because from what we've gotten from your background, it's like, yeah, there are generations that you kind of missed out on. So do you feel like any kind of regret that, hey, I didn't experience these type of games during these eras or whatnot, or you're just like, you know what, I'm kind of okay with it or whatnot, and I'm just happy to be in it for now, and I get to experience some other new games and look forward to other new games that are coming out, rather than thinking about, okay, there are some games that I wish I could have played back then because of where it started to where it is now.
I'd say it's kind of a weird mix of both, because while I do wish I could have experienced a lot of those games, I'm not I don't regret it. I'm not like, damn, I wish I was born sooner, because I can't control that.
Yeah.
No, you can.
But it does, I have a drive in me to get things like a Dreamcast and play games on the original hardware, as expensive as I know that's going to be. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Getting a Famicom or an SNES, playing OG Mario on it. I know it's way different than a Switch, because the Switch is great, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's an emulator with extra steps.
It's a worse emulator.
Yes,
Just use
it
your
is.
PC.
Unless you have a first generation Switch and you can mod it. But that's not worked.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
It
All right.
does make me wish a PlayStation 5 was more backwards compatible.
Yes.
And as much as Microsoft is yeah, the Xbox can run anything, you can't play Sonic Heroes on the new Xbox.
Ooh.
Even if you mod it?
Well, you can mod it, but if we're talking official means, you can't just put the disc in, it won't run.
Oh, that's
Even though they will always tell you, yeah, you can put almost any Xbox game. You can't play Sonic 06, Black Knight, Sonic Heroes. Those games, you need either a 360 or anything before it.
Oh,
Fair enough.
good to know.
Yeah.
Because I still kind of wish that the PS5 was backwards compatible with PS3 games, because that is a huge library of games that PlayStation is just completely ignoring and not just wanting to incorporate. But of course, they want to, hey, if you want to play these PS3 games, then subscribe to our service, which is, in my opinion, dog shit. But it has made its improvements throughout the years, because back in the PS4 era, they tried to bring it in and it was terrible. But now they've made improvements. It's a lot better. Still, people want to be able to be like, hey, if I already have this game in my account, I should be able to download it onto my console and play the game as such.
Yeah.
Like how it is with PS4 games. Like if I already have it in my account library, I should be able to download and play it as such. Like that, I think people would be more accepted of that type of backwards compatibility versus if you have the disc and you put it in and the game and the console doesn't read the disc. That I can understand. But if I already have it in my library, I should be able to play it on whatever platform, whatever new gen platform that I'm on. And that's where I feel that's how I feel with the PS3 games, because I have a lot of PS3 games, a large library. And I cannot access that library on the PS4, and I can't access it on the PS5. So that's why I still keep a PS3, and I make sure it still turns on and it works. So that way, hey, I have this library of games that I can go back, access, and play at any given time, or bring it to Flynn's to where people are able to play. Because guess what? On the two PS3s that I do have, you can play Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you can't play it on the PS4 and you can't play it on the PS5, and that is a fucking crime.
You know what they could do? You know how the PS5 Slim, which surprisingly has the same power as a normal PS5, save yourself money.
Yeah.
But you know how you can remove the disc drive? It'd
Yeah.
be so sick if they like give you, you could buy other disc drives for older games and then you can play them.
Yes, that would be really good.
It would cost more, obviously.
Yeah.
But some people would do it.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
Yeah.
But they probably won't because
No, they would not.
They like you buying $70 games all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm waiting for Nintendo to have some like, or someone to make a third-party compatible like USB HDMI port where you can just put like cartridges of certain games in. I'm waiting for someone to do something that crazy.
Imagine it's like a little slot you put into it and then you put a DS game and you just play like
Exactly.
black and white.
Yes,
That'd be so cool.
that would be cool. Nintendo, get your shit together.
I mean, probably someone out there have something similar to that done, but they just don't want to bring it out to the public because they know that Nintendo will send that cease and desist on them like in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Can't be like people selling emulators.
Oh no!
Backward ass games from English and Japanese.
Because every emulation site that has like Nintendo games on it, by the time Nintendo finds out, hey, we're sending cease and desist. Every time one website goes down, like 10 more come right back up.
Yeah, it's probably the same people too.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, because it's like, no, Nintendo, until you guys, one, if we want to play these older games, but we want them to be like stupidly affordable, like at least $5 affordable, then we're just going to keep emulating them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing is that sometimes I kind of go by a rule. If I own a game, I'm going to emulate it.
Yeah.
Like if I have a copy of like Skate 3 on my Xbox, it's getting emulated so fast, you're not ready for it. But if I don't have it, I don't feel bad, but I'm like, I should at least own the game I'm trying to emulate kind of thing.
Right.
Just, it's my own moral code. I'm like, makes me feel nice about it, even though these companies don't deserve money.
Yeah. They rather take more from us than we give to them.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
It's kind of like YouTube recently. They're making YouTube run worse with ad blocks so that you go buy like premium or whatever.
Yeah.
And even then, premium users are experiencing the same issues as ad block users, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Because I have YouTube Premium on, spoiler alert, I have YouTube Premium, but it's only for when I'm at work. So that way I can just listen to whatever I want, whatever podcast that I want while I'm at work. So that way I don't have to, keep watching it, but it just plays in the background. So that's the only benefit that I have for it, and that's the only usage for it. But yeah, other than that, it's like if I'm home and I'm watching YouTube, hey, ad block is the way to go.
Yep. 100%.
The thing is that because of Discord Nitro, I have YouTube Premium because they gave you like 3 months free, and it's a good service. Like the ability to just turn my phone off and keep watching something is great. But like, that should just be in the app.
Yeah.
That should
Yeah.
be free. I shouldn't
Yeah.
be paying for this. But what can you do?
Using
Yeah.
a third party to use the main party. That's funny.
So I just use Spotify for music like constantly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. That reminds me. Last night, Hungrybox sent a tweet saying that Glass Beach, the band, is really good. I ended up asking them if I could use their like music for content. They just said that it's probably safe for stream. That's all they said. As if anybody could just use it. And I'm like, damn, that's chill.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next topic, and that is, what are your current thoughts on the state of gaming? I would love to know your current thoughts on that.
It's just not my thoughts, but like a lot of communities either they flip flop a lot on like their thoughts, which I mean, there's a lot of people, it's fair, but there's just so much negativity. Like, let's say a company's or a game is like a little too bad, then the company gets like DOSed and attacked, and I'm like, damn, that's insane, that's crazy. Well, that's a few bad actors. Things get really negative so fast these days over games, and I'm like,
Yeah.
calm down. It's not that serious. And I wish it didn't affect like almost every game, but even sometimes like in fighting game communities, things get really negative
Oh my
way
gosh.
too fast.
Yeah.
That's agreeable.
I'm sure you guys are like very well, like you guys know that very well, but like that's crazy. Just calm down. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can
like,
vibe out.
Yeah, like disagree. Like, it's normal to have disagreements, but some people just do not know how to be. They don't know how to disagree with other opinions or other takes in a more civil manner. Just be like, Okay, they don't agree. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's not that serious or whatnot. Instead, they just lash out or they just be negative about it. But I agree. Like, it's ridiculous, especially when you are like in your mid to late 20s and 30s or whatnot, and you're still carrying yourself in that kind of manner. And I'm just like, bro, like, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. I understand. Look, we can disagree, but there is no need for us to be derogatory about it.
Yeah.
Just disagree civilly and just keep it moving. Like, all right, I see your point of view. I don't agree with it, but I see your point. I'm trying to see your point of view, or I don't agree with your point of view. I'm going to let you know about mine, but I'm not going to, degrade you or devalue you as a person because of, we may have different opinions on certain games or whatnot, or we don't think, or I don't think that you're getting it, and I have to now come at you negatively.
Yeah.
Open-minded discussions are always a healthy thing to have, but if you're just like being straightforward, this is my opinion, I'm correct, that's where shit just gets all over the place.
It really does. And a lot of times people, well, I understand you might be like really attached to something. You grew up with it. It's kind of like me with Sonic. I grew up with it. I'm very attached to it. But also if you'd say Sonic 06 is bad, or even Sonic and the Black Knight, one of my favorites, is bad, cool. That's your opinion. I can like see why you said it too. It's like I can factually see, yeah, this game is not the best. But also like I like it. And that's okay. It's just there's a way to talk about certain things and people just like go all the way, and then they get really mad, and it's like, why did you say that?
Tunnel vision. That's what it is. Mortal Kombat players will consistently argue with each other. Hey, my character is ass, please buff them. Like, they will mostly say that instead of showing proof, or hey, is there any way to make this character better? No. But I love the people that downplay so much on a top tier character. Like, for Mortal Kombat, Raiden is known as being one of the best characters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
People will downplay him. It's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, and I have my complaints with Raiden, but it just, if anything, it's more so me. It speaks more that I'm not adapting more to this character, and I'm just like, I'm complaining about how much advantage that this character has, when I'm just ass at the matchup. But it doesn't warrant that I need to downplay the character and be like, yo, y'all need to nerf this character and whatnot. Like, unless the character has like mechanics or assets to where it makes like he has like a completely overwhelming advantage, even in bad situations, then it's like, okay, there's a conversation to be had. All right, this character needs to be nerfed, and here's why. Like, when Mortal Kombat 1 first came out, the biggest complaint was Baraka Cyrax. And what ended up happening was Cyrax ended up getting nerfed because of the whole fact that Baraka would do his little combo, and if it's on block, Cyrax come in with the assist.
And it's plus.
Yeah, and it just keeps going, and you're just getting chipped out over and over again, and it's annoying.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Then they reduced it where Cyrax will cost more to use. So and they didn't reduce Baraka's damage.
Yeah.
Then they done Johnny Cage, Vendor, so forth, and now they added Chameleon, which is more of a RNG situation.
Yeah.
So it becomes more of an MKX style of rushdown.
Yeah, and I was using Chameleon I think about 2-3 days ago, and I was like, okay, I can be very versatile with this character. Yeah. Like, this is fun.
I watched a Shao Kahn cook somebody with a 40% damage combo after a throw loop. I'm like, what the duck is this?
Yeah.
Vendor's Omni-Man, but that's another story.
Yeah.
It's so funny that he's in there. I find that so funny.
I mean, Peacemaker is going to be next.
Yep.
Then lastly, Homelander, then Takeda.
That's so
You're forgetting Ermac.
Oh, shit, I forgot about Ermac.
It's okay.
He just looks so ugly.
I know. And I'm a Ermac main guy, and yeah, I have to. That sucks.
Like I said the last one, he looks like Ernesto, but that's not important. But let's see. I mean, discourse is always a human thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, disagreements will always happen.
I will say this as a Guilty Gear player, but Strive is the most sensitive motherfuckers I've ever seen.
Yes.
Like, there was one thing. It's like,
I remember the internet when Leffen won Evo. That was crazy.
God, everyone was pissed.
Like, I get it.
Because Happy Chaos is really broken.
It's not just that. I think a lot of it was from how toxic he used to be, especially in his Smash days.
I know he
but
still
also,
is.
like, I know recently he's been, like, apologizing to people. And I think that merits some, like, leeway in a way.
It's a bit of effort.
Yeah, but also, like, come on. He just won Evo. Like, chill out, man.
Yeah, like he's an Evo champ, and like he doesn't have to apologize for being a champion. He just has to apologize for being a dick.
Yeah.
And that's going to take a while as a Smash player he once was. Where like I think where he's from, he's not really much allowed to play Smash games.
No, I think he got banned.
That's like a level of petty.
But also, on another note, fuck Happy Chaos.
Agreed.
I'm a Bridget player. Fuck Happy Chaos.
That's agreeable. But the funniest thing was not even related to the game. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, I want to be a puppy girl," and that just like blew up the fucking internet.
Oh yeah.
Can we take a moment to register how fucked up that people are?
Yes.
To a point where like, "Oh yeah, I'm a puppy girl," and everyone's just like, "No, you're not. This, and it caused like 5 different people, or like over like 100 different people to change their tags.
Yeah.
That is like the weirdest discourse I've ever seen.
I remember that discourse, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I see what's going on. I'm just not going to be involved. Like,
I know, I saw this too, but
I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to say nothing about this, because the last time I gave a bad take, I had a certain demographic, a group of people came after me or whatnot.
and then it proved you were right. You were right.
Damn.
I'm just not going to say nothing about that, but, you know.
That was still that was like one of the most fucked up situations. It wasn't even a Strive community. Everybody was after you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, but that's all I was like, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, especially if it's on Twitter or whatnot, I learned my lesson. I ain't going to say shit.
FGC people, her fan, their fan.
I'm just not.
The Boy Scouts.
I'm just not gonna say nothing about that.
The one cashier from Domino's. No, I'm playing.
Damn.
Like everyone irrelevant. Not even like anyone that knows him truly.
That's crazy.
And then when I talked to people one-on-one about it, they understood that I have a bias towards this person, because if it was somebody else, I'd be more on your side. But since it's this particular person, I have my bias.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you pulled an all a part of my plan situation without having a plan.
But you fast forward to now, and it's just like, maybe I wasn't wrong for questioning it. If you fast forward to now, I'm just saying.
Yeah, literally.
I'm just fast forward to now. I'm just saying.
Bro,
I'm not going to say the obvious, but if you look now back versus back then,
It's been like a year and a half, or
I'm
around that range.
I'm just like, do I not have a ground to question something if I feel like there might be some foul play? Again, I have my bias towards this one person, but that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna further go deeper into it. I'm not gonna indulge in that. And
yeah, discourse is it's a fucking unique situation. That's a
It
matchup.
is.
That's a matchup you either have to know or have to be aware of.
yeah, and it's like if you don't know what you're talking about, then it's just like
It's
don't.
like, please shut up before you dig yourself a deeper hole. Is like the one thing I would say. That's not to be rude, but in all seriousness, like analyze your awareness, even of what you type or say.
It's kind of crazy how some people make something up and just say it as a fact. And I'm like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? That's not factual.
Yeah, like there's some people who say, "Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat's gonna have a tag team like MK9." No, the fuck, they're not yet.
No. Unfortunately,
Strive is.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
The 3v3.
That's
I'm
gonna
so
be
excited for that.
I'm like wondering how it works because it sounds really confusing.
Yeah. But also, I could also see it like happening. Like I could see it working well.
The question is it going to be like 3 individual players or 1 player with 3 people or...
That's a good question.
That hurts my brain. So I asked people who want to be in my team, and I didn't realize so many people actually wanted me to join the team as a joke. Like, I made up team names and everything.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, like me and my crew, we called ourselves Beef Wellington because that's where we live.
all right. So
Real quick, since we're on Strive, Bridget, You know her break?
Yes.
Why is it not a low?
It's a mid. That's a good question.
Why is it not a low?
Daisuke's vision was a little bit off.
That and when she does a jump with a yo-yo, like when she gets on the yo-yo, goes across the screen and
Yes.
jumps, that's also a mid, actually. They're both mids.
Yeah, as long as as a standing block, you're fine.
Yeah.
But if you
Usually-
block low, you're getting hit.
Yeah. Now I'm questioning why. That'd be such a great mix-up tool because you can also slow it down.
She is
and
a
go
mix-up
forward.
tool. Hold the fuck up.
I mean, she is, but like I'm saying, this specific thing would be great because now it's like, oh,
Yeah.
is she gonna go high or low, and just remove mid or low or
Yeah,
something.
standing high and like she's good on ground, but when it comes to aerial, that varies.
Yeah.
You have to get them when they're standing so you can punish. Don't mind me knowing certain matchups.
No, I need to learn matchups so bad. I struggle against Johnny specifically.
We all do. No, I'm kidding. I do because his round starts are really good.
Yeah. He has so much range for how fast he
But then
is.
Mistfinder is like negative or 11 frames for recovery, which is actually decent. Or negative 11 on block. Don't mind me talking about frame data in your episode. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. We just chatting. We just
Call me out if I'm wrong,
Exactly.
folks.
The theme of this podcast, vibing out.
Yeah.
Yes. Better than what I usually say. Whenever I'm here, I'm just saying I'm striving and vibing, like I'm chilling and grilling. Worst dad joke I ever made, but I love it. I need an apron with that.
No.
Imagine an apron. It just says who you main and strive.
Get outplayed.
So overall, we've agreed that when it comes to the state of gaming, it's just more so just the the public discourse that you have with people, and just just be respectful about it. You don't need to be disrespectful towards other people. Yeah, you're always going to have disagreements on things, especially when it comes to gaming. And hell,
Yeah.
I'm even seeing that now in some of our comment section and on our social medias, especially on TikTok.
Oh my god.
Especially that one reel, that one TikTok that I uploaded with when AJ said what, fuck Star Citizen and whatnot. Starfield, fuck Starfield.
Star Citizen is a better version.
But
of
that game is so boring. Starfield, it's so boring.
It's a Bethesda game. What do you expect?
I mean,
And you said it again.
at the very least, Doom Eternal
I know I said it
is
again.
also-
History repeats itself. And it was like 2 weeks. 3 weeks ago. My bad. But yeah.
It's crazy. Like the games that they publish are always great. The games they make, so boring. I couldn't. I bought Starfield. I went out of my way to contact Microsoft and refund it.
Damn.
Fuck that game.
Because I know Xbox Game Pass comes in clutch for getting it for free. But then there's like Fallout 76 was one of the worst Fallouts because of that whole like pre-order situation.
Yep.
You remember that shit?
Yep.
And they didn't even promise the players the shit they promised. They barely did.
Dude, it's crazy that Microsoft bought them for so much money.
I know. And I think it's because when Elder Scrolls 6 it does come out, that's going to do a lot of numbers because it's been years, almost over a decade since their last Elder Scrolls game, which was Skyrim.
What do you mean? They put that out like 7 times. That
I
counts.
know.
Xbox, PS3, PS4, PS5, PC.
Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's also on the Switch too.
And it
is-
released on the Xbox One like twice, actually.
Oh, yeah, it
It
did.
did.
Because I played it on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. Because on the Xbox One, you can play the original and like 2 remasters.
Dude, I still have my map of Skyrim.
That's crazy.
I'll try to sell it later.
I still have my strategy guide of Skyrim when I got it for the PS3 back in 2011.
I tried to play that game at a buddy's house. 5 minutes in, I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore.
It's just like if you play it once, or at least played it multiple runs of different classes, you played it all. I just tried going for the Daedra artifacts because it's fun.
They're just so good at making like an atmosphere.
Yes.
But then
Yes.
putting things in it is where it's like, what happened? Where's a game? Because Starfield, you look at it, that game is gorgeous. That game is like the atmosphere is like this nice mix of like 70s space and like modern, like space. And it's so great. You can just imagine having a great time. And then you get in it and you're like, damn, this sucks.
Because of the whole gameplay mechanics and also the fact that you may have...
You fast travel everywhere, actually.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I like just exploring the place that you can chill.
Okay, my favorite experience from it, from like the 2 hours I played, was going to Earth. because on Earth there's actually like things to not explore. Most of it is barren, but there's like you could go to like the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China and stuff.
How fast can you go? Is the
Oh
question.
no, if you're not fast traveling, you're like suffering. So
Damn.
you fast travel out of the planet to fast travel somewhere else on the planet.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would be funny if it takes approximately like 10, 15 hours just to walk there and power run. That would be funny as hell to see.
I mean, I think you could, but also I don't.
I like my time and I would like to use it valuably. I was laughing because someone streamed a game and they're like, let me see how far it is to go to another planet. 7 hours later, they reach another planet.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure some guy took like 48 hours to get from Earth to the sun.
Did he get burnt?
I have no clue. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm asking the dumbest questions. I am so sorry. But
Dude, did he die? That's crazy. Did he go to the sun and like explode? I don't know.
I don't know. Do you see moon people? Like, there's a lot of questions.
But also Bethesda, so he probably went right through.
Yeah, because like I heard the rings of Saturn are beautiful and you can see certain things, but like gameplay mechanics and like everything else is just really redundant.
Yeah.
It makes me want to play No Man's Sky because there's not much interaction and you can travel hyperspace, deal with space pirates, deal with the outdoor environments and such, and lack of
And you can
oxygen.
play with other people.
Exactly.
Somebody was working on a mod for that for Starfield. I like how we just got onto Starfield.
I-
It got mentioned once, now we're on it. Some guy was making like a multiplayer mod because they made it for Skyrim and a bunch of other games. And they said, we are not doing this anymore. This game's too fucking boring.
Damn. Damn.
Man, I heard you can mod certain planets into the games, or some people for Starfield, like Mustafar and such from Star Wars.
I refunded that shit. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't want to touch my. I have my Xbox One. I'm not going to bring it back. I'm leaving it in dust.
Dude, my sister has my Xbox One to play Minecraft with her friends. That's what that thing is doing.
That's funny.
Oh man. All right, so our next topic is you had to be there moments. What moments that you can tell us and share with us that you really had to be there for? Like any moment in gaming, like you just had to be there to experience that. So tell us your experience.
There is a lot, but this is probably one, like a more recent one, was last year at CEO Otaku, where me and a buddy, we dressed up, casually for Persona 5 because we're like,
Oh
Persona
my
5 's
god! I
great.
didn't realize that was you.
That was me, yeah. And we decided before we left to take it a notch up. So we made a calling card for Jabali that was just saying, thank you for all your efforts at running CEO and CEO Otaku. You guys are doing great. And he really liked it. Ended up getting a follow on Twitter. Later realized that's a Jabaited guy. Didn't know that. I don't know how. I didn't know that. He is a Jabaited guy. I didn't know that.
I mean,
crazy.
Jabali.
Listen, man, my brain,
It's like the math kicks in and when you last realize it, and then when you realize it's like,
I realized it because it's on his bio.
Nice.
the legend who coined the name.
Yeah, but that evolved from just giving him a calling card to then we convinced one of the vendors to basically do like a little giveaway where if you took a picture with me and my friend, you would get a free gacha pull at their booth. And that was a whole thing. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my god, it sounds chaotic.
Yeah, we're planning to do it again this year, but with JJK characters. It's going to be awesome.
That's
Nice.
gonna be awesome to see.
Yeah. It's going to be harder because the whole goal was that you have to get me and my friend in the picture. We had to both be in the picture. And that was going to be like 5 people you have to get together.
That's a good catch.
Yeah. That's the only catch. It has to be because there was another Joker cosplay, so it has to be, KingJowa, else who is this guy?
And then they're gonna find out the hard way.
Yeah, but if you meet the 2 requirements of everyone and then my username, my tag, then you get a free gacha. And that's it. You get like a sticker
pretty-
or like a poster or something.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
It's
you
good
just
to help
got
a-
something.
It's good to help a small business out.
Yeah, we ended up paying like $200 out of pocket for that.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was worth it.
It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't wait to do it again. And honestly, just like how do I say this? Like a lot of places like CEO Otaku, CEO, and like just going to a tournament just feels like that nice, like, what, like, damn, this event might not happen the same again. It's like, I'm glad I was here to experience it this time. Can't wait for next year. Fighters Fest is another one. I'm sad I missed it last year. I got sick.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm going to be there this year. Lethal League Blaze will appear again.
Oh my god, it signed me to fuck up. I was ready to join that, actually.
I'm pretty sure somebody else ran it. I'm pretty sure. I think it was what the DK people that ended
I
up
don't think
running
there
it?
was many people, so they canceled the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's right. That was like 4 people.
Yeah, I was gonna sign up for the DK monthly, but I forgot about. I was working actually.
Oh damn! This year, Fighters Fest, Lethal Company. That's the one.
Oh yeah, I'll play it.
Definitely.
Even though I'm a casual,
That would actually be kind of funny. Lethal Company. Just bring up a bunch of PCs and play.
I'm gonna have a headache. You know how much trauma is gonna be unpacked in there.
It's just people screaming in a corner. It's like, what's going on over
Like
there?
it's a fun game.
It's awesome.
It's chaotic because I play it modded.
You know, oh yeah, me too. The guy that made it has made like $50 million off of it.
As he should.
He was like top 10 on Steam charts.
That's good.
Mostly because the game is RNG with the places you go, and then it
Yeah.
allows modding. Even fucking better, because there are certain mods that are very unsettling. Silver.
I've heard and I've seen, and
I'm gonna
it's
tell
like
you one of them. So you have a door called a fire escape.
Oh,
So fire escapes will take you outside as an easy way. There's a mod to where it's a fake door and it'll kill you on sight.
wow.
Like it will just chew you up and you'll see the animation.
there is a way to know if it's real or not. If you hit it, it makes a roaring sound.
That's good to know because sometimes if I don't have a weapon, I'm freaking out. I went to one. I screamed at the top of my lungs.
Yeah,
like-
if you hit it like more than once, it eats you. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Now I learned.
yeah.
Then there's a Skinwalker one where you can hear someone else's voice and it's an actual creature.
The enemies will take your mic, like what you say, and repeat it back to you. Especially if it's a dead player.
Huh. That is interesting.
It's a mind game on its own.
It's so fun though, because you be walking and then there's the bracken. So this one, all it does is stalk you from behind, and if you don't look at it, it kills you. If you look at it for too long, it kills you.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it for like 2 seconds and then look away, else
Yeah.
it kills you.
You can fight some of these things. Some of them is the keyword. There's some that have invincibility.
Like the
I'm
bracken.
good.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
The you can't kill the bracken.
I thought you can tase it and then whack it twice.
Yeah, but you can't kill it. It'll just come back.
Oh yeah, you can just knock it out.
Yeah. That game's awesome. My favorite mod for it is you know the loot bugs?
Yes.
I love the yippee mod.
Oh my god.
They just go yippee and that's it. That's all they do.
I hate them.
They're awesome. But with these little critters, if you get too close, they try to kill you.
Yes.
And if you take the loot that they're going after because they like loot, they'll also kill you. But you can make a trade offer. You can go because sometimes they'll block your way. If you give them something, they'll go away.
Yeah.
So you just give them like your buddy's corpse or something, and then they go away.
Yeah. You just sacrifice something so it won't bother you because they will be hostile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of unsettling things, and it's more of the unknown is what you're dealing with because it's RNG. They'll say like random seed negative 1.925, it's like something.
It's like Minecraft seeds.
Yes, it is. And then the thing is, you have to be in this dungeon. The dungeon's where the monsters come in. But there's a day and night cycle outside of that. The day cycle is fine. The night cycle is when you have to get the hell out before midnight.
Interesting.
Because there is like eyeless dogs, which means if you say something, they will come after you.
It's not just that. If you like drop something or walk too fast, they still come after you. It's
Oh.
just sound.
Yes, it's all on sound. Then they have a monster that's deaf, but if it sees you, it will grab you. Like, it's unsettling for a game that looks very low quality. I respect it. But you can adjust the quality of the game, like put it up to 120 frames or so forth. I put it on 120 FPS and it looks decent.
It just hits me, and I'll probably mention this in the. As a matter of fact, we might as well just segue into our next topic, and that is pet peeves. And it just goes to show you that as long as you have good like solid gameplay to where it's fun for people and it keeps people coming back. It doesn't have to be graphically amazing. It doesn't have to look, super amazing, because we've all played games that look really good, but the gameplay just sucked.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield.
You're just in it for you're just in it just to like, I just want to complete this game because the gameplay is boring me, and that has happened to me before. And I think what bored me was I know I'm gonna get flack for this. Final Fantasy 16. It bored me. I was bored of that game. I'm sorry. All up until the end, where it was it was getting interesting, I was bored with that game. It looked graphically good. Yes, it looks beautiful. don't get that twisted. Like the icon battles, really good, visually pleasing, but the gameplay just bored me. I was bored of the game, and I was just like, beat it, done, uninstall. I never want to play this game again. I never want to return to the game again. And it just goes to show that games like Lethal Company, where it's not that graphically, it's not visually impressive, but the gameplay alone is what keeps people coming back to this game. And with even mod support now, you can even turn it up a notch even better.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the game usually limits 4 players. With mods, 1,600 something.
Yeah, so it just goes to show that at the end of the day, as long as the gameplay is good and it keeps you coming back for more, it doesn't have to be, very visually aesthetic pleasing. It's all about gameplay at the end of the day. So that's my pet peeve, is that all these companies are spending so much money and resources into making their game look visually appealing, but the gameplay is just boring as hell. Yeah. And they wonder why they're not getting this success when another game that just looks like, what the hell, like PS2 graphics is doing better than them in sales. This is because it's the gameplay.
PS2 graphics is like a compliment for Lethal Company.
Literally, that really is. It's more like PS1. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you're able to change the FPS. You're able to change certain things about it. And
you couldn't keep buying things till like last month. That game's been out since like October.
Yeah.
You just couldn't keep buying things.
Yeah.
But it was made by one guy who used to make Roblox games.
Imagine that.
He's 21. He's a millionaire.
Yeah. Mad respect.
Yeah.
But like, it's a $10 game. Like,
literally,
it's not expensive. It's an amazing experience. Better than COD. What else came out last year? It was a new COD, Starfield. The hell else came out?
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, but that's like a good
Alan
game.
Wake 2.
That's also a good game. We're talking about like bad games.
Oh, bad game.
That's a good question.
Last year was packed with just like bangers.
Yeah.
Which is why even Cyberpunk fixed itself and like dropped such a good update.
Oh, the Phantom Liberty update.
Yeah.
DLC.
I like replayed the entire game, and to be honest, I loved it when it came out because that story alone is just so good. But yeah, that update, there wasn't like one system they didn't fix. Everything was fixed. It's so crazy.
I may have to undust my Xbox to play it because I still have the disc.
Xbox One?
Yes.
No, you can't do it on that.
Shit.
It has to be a next gen or a PC.
Shit. I don't want to buy another console.
Get it on PC.
You're right. I could do that because of the mods.
I mean, PC is kind of like the way to go at this point. It's just Sony and Nintendo are kind of like, let's not put our games there. But if you did, then
they have dropped the ball a lot.
Yeah.
But my thing with that is you could put your games on PC, but then that also means that you're not going to have people buy your consoles anymore. Like there needs to be a reason to buy your consoles, especially if you're putting them out there for purchase and for sale to make profit. Mm-hmm. So games like Spider-Man, like games that you're not going to be able to play on PC, yeah, they're going to be console exclusive because, hey, we want people to come to and purchase and buy, their console.
Yeah.
Versus, if they get it on PC, most likely they'll end up getting it for cheap, and they won't be limited with options on PC as to on console. So yeah, I hear the argument like, oh man, this should be, this PlayStation game should be on PC, but it's just like,
it makes sense why it's not, because they need to make money somehow, but it'd be nice.
It would. It'll come in at a later time. Like
yeah,
later time.
Like
unless it's Nintendo, in which case get a Switch.
Yeah.
That's
why I feel like when it comes to Xbox, it's like I don't need to purchase an Xbox, because if it's on PC, then it's like I don't need an Xbox.
Well, at this point, they're making, because the thing with Microsoft is that they're in a special like place right now, because they're making way more money from Game Pass. Like the amount of money they make off of Game Pass is gross. Yeah. They have like 30 million people paying like $15-$30 a month.
Yeah.
They're making millions a month off of Game Pass. I'm pretty sure they haven't seen a cent from the console.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure they still haven't made their money back, and I'm pretty sure they've said that they're gonna make one more generation and be done with consoles.
Yeah, because when it comes to Microsoft, for their track record, Microsoft is good at selling software rather than hardware.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Microsoft's hardwares that they have sold over the years, yeah, they usually don't last that long, or it is not really that good. It's the software is where they get you. So they're good at selling you software rather than hardware. Because I mean, I know this. You guys might be young for it or whatnot. Might be too young for this. But if you remember when Xbox had that shit called the Microsoft Zune.
No.
Fuck is that?
I don't remember this. I had an Xbox, but I don't remember it.
The Microsoft Zune. It was pretty much similar to the iPod.
Oh.
It was Microsoft's very own music player.
That sounds
to compete against Apple's iPod. I know this is non-game related, but bear with me on this one. I'm just making an example.
That's still tech related. Good
Yeah.
enough.
So, they competed, but they couldn't stay in the fight against Apple iPod because it was everywhere. Everybody was getting them. And then, of course, Microsoft also had their Microsoft phones.
I remember that one.
They
Yeah.
had Microsoft. Oh.
That was around like the Windows 8 era.
Yeah, they had their own phones. Like
What was a phone again? I forgot the name of it. I looked this shit up.
Yeah, Microsoft, they were also in the phone business as well, but they didn't last long because they could not compete against Apple and Samsung.
Yeah.
Oh, they did have phones. Lumia, Surface.
Exactly.
It's weird because they ran like Windows OS,
Exactly.
which is like the whole thing, but also it sucked.
Yeah,
My grandma had one. And it's like,
did.
wow, this UI is awful.
Yeah. And they just are like, we're out of it. And then, of course, you look in the gaming aspect, they did good with the OG Xbox. Xbox 360, they did good, even though there was the red ring of death, which fucked up a lot of people, and it made people go out and purchase multiple Xboxes, sending their Xbox 360 to Microsoft, only to be like, you tore the warranty seal, so we're not going to fix your shit. Tough shit for you. Here's your Xbox back. Have fun. And now you have the Xbox One. They fucked up on that one due to the launch.
The Kinect.
my God.
Yeah.
Having to have that Kinect plugged in all the time.
And it was $500 versus the PS4 that was $400.
Oh my god.
And the marketing,
it was like the opposite of like the launch of the 360 and the PS3.
exactly. It
Because
was
people didn't buy the PS3 because it's too expensive, and then the 360 is like cheap
Cheaper.
price. It had a lot of things. That you
Wait,
could
we
play
brought
DVD.
this up 6 days ago, but that was a red ring of death phenomenon.
Yes, yes.
Oh, what's good? I last minute for FGC.
Yeah, so you look at Microsoft's track record when it comes to hardware, like they'll do okay, and then they'll just start.
They'll drop some.
They'll drop, and then you look at the X series, they're not doing too well, and that's because again, they screwed up with the Xbox One, and PlayStation's been beating them, but now the Switch is now catching up to PlayStation. And Xbox is like in third place. So eventually, if Microsoft were to do another
100%.
console, that'll be their last one. And it's like, we're out of the console game market. We're just gonna just do the Xbox Game Pass. That's gonna be our only thing.
Good luck
moving
is
forward.
what they're saying.
Yeah, so they're more focused on selling software than hardware, and that's always been Microsoft's thing. It's just they make their money with selling software than hardware.
I mean, to be fair, they are like trying to reach agreements with Sony and Nintendo to put Game Pass and Xbox games on their consoles.
Yeah,
like they
because,
no
as I
longer
said,
care about
it's-
exclusives.
Yeah, it's selling that software.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let us put our service on your platform so that way they can continue to keep making money.
Yeah,
Because
pretty much.
Because they know that is the end goal, is to be like, if my service is on all these different platforms, I'm still going to make more money, versus if I keep it exclusive, I may just single myself out. Look at what Sega did. Sega got out of the market, out of the console gaming market, and now they're selling to all platforms. Instead of competing against the platforms,
Oh, yeah.
they're selling into
Yeah.
all of the platforms.
That was that big ass announcement I mentioned a while back, where Sega is back truly with their games.
Yo,
Or
I was so
remake.
hyped during the Game Awards. Jet Set Radio 3.
Crazy Taxi, what threw everybody off.
Yeah, crazy. The games that they announced are like, finally.
Yes.
They realize they have video games.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that they've produced is mostly Sonic and Yakuza
And Persona.
and Persona. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. I mean, they won't stop making Persona 5 games.
It's like, just hurry up if either a new... Oh, yeah, they also remade Persona 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Persona 3 Reload. It's basically Persona 3 in the style of Persona 5.
Oh. That's it.
I mean, there's obviously a lot of other stuff. It's a
Okay,
whole
okay.
remake.
Had to make
but
sure.
like, I like the basis. They did like menus in a similar style to Persona 5, but in the P3 style.
Yeah, I'm not brave enough to start Persona yet.
Yeah.
Those are 100-hour games.
I have like 200 hours on Persona 5 Royal, and I haven't finished it. I'm like halfway through.
200 hours?
I'm at 90 something on Persona 5, not Royal, but just Persona 5, and I stopped.
Yeah. I mean, they're on Game Pass. You can just play them.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
The story's good. That's all I'm gonna say. The story is
They're really, I think as
Really, really good.
RPGs, because I'm usually not a big fan of RPGs, but like, they're fun. They're
Yeah.
really fun. The combat system and the one more system are just a lot of fun. They're constantly.
definitely.
Yeah, I do need a break from fighting games once every while.
I love fighting games, but like, sometimes they're a bit much. Sometimes it's like, let's calm down, let's go play a story game or something. Let's vibe out.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I just jump on JRPGs.
Yeah.
It just like, calm down, relax. Let me not stress myself because I'm having a bad time gaming and whatnot.
Oh my god, Isla's actually spitting right now.
You said Sega had a way better action to take than Konami with IPs. Yeah.
Yeah, we're right.
Yeah.
Where has Konami been? Where'd they go?
They're still here.
What does Konami do is the real question.
What do they do? What are they up to? They're up
I
to
don't-
making a lot of trading cards. That's what they're up to.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're in.
But yeah, I want to get with your pet peeves.
My
All right.
pet peeves.
Yes. Tell us your gaming pet peeves.
Honestly, just have fun. That's like the real basis of it, because a lot of people get too serious about a lot of things. Just have fun. Just vibe out. Let's have a good time. That's about it. It's short. I know it's really short, but like,
That's
I
a
think-
reasonable one.
I think that's the most like important part about games. It's just they're a form of entertainment. Let's have a good time, because I don't think it's worth dropping like how much is Strive now, like a couple $100 for everything.
No, I would say less than that. I would say 60 at best now.
Now for all the DLC, I'm pretty sure the DLC alone is $60 for Strive.
No. Because there's Strive Ultimate Edition where you have both season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And,
And then
I think that is just for 60. It might be a little bit less. And then you have the season 3. Because there's Ultimate Edition that has 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then now you also have season 3.
Ooh, not bad question. PC parts do you recommend? I don't know if that goes for everybody.
Ooh. That's a good question.
I mean,
Depends on budget. That's hard to say.
it is
really
on
depends.
budget.
Yeah.
Are you looking for power? Are you
Yeah.
looking for quality? Are you looking for outside things?
Are you searching for like streaming or like
Yeah.
That
making
is
thumbnails and
that,
production?
Yeah, that's a very complicated question right there. Because PC, it's like what part specifically, what are you trying to do specifically, and what is your budget specifically?
Oh, CPU, GPU. Like
CPU,
Oh, no,
GPU?
never mind. Oh, he's trying to stream.
Trying
There
to
we go.
stream?
trying to stream?
That's a good question.
Nvidia has really good encoding,
They do.
but man, their price is on the 46.
I mean, if you're trying to stream, I mean, you really don't have to spend much because the streaming PC, which, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get up again. I'm going to get up again.
We're just making you do the rest of the work. Take this Thrustmaster out of your
Take this back.
Oh, it'd be really fun if we slowly start getting more things on the table.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, like starting off with like a face cam, like the Elgato face cam is actually pretty good, or the Logitech.
Don't get a laptop. Laptops are overpriced.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Well, back in 2020, I have a what was it? Not an A6. I forgot the name of it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You brought your PC.
Oh, I see the little capture card too.
All right. Senior Sticky 205. This gaming PC right here,
Can we open it?
which
Do we have
is
a
also
screwdriver?
which I'm gonna show you in the back
This thing looks like it could fucking take a hit.
because this is a gaming PC, right? And I primarily use it for just streaming for our tournaments here at Flynn's Arcade. You want to know how much this cost? $500.
Really?
$500.
What does it have?
If you're only
It's in
and I'm only
5,000.
using it just to stream.
You could probably go cheaper than that these days too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also.
But I wanted something at least decent enough
Yeah.
to where I could do 1080, 60 streaming on Twitch. And for the tournaments that we stream, I want to make sure that it's able to handle it.
Yeah.
And I don't have the specs on head, but I literally got this off of Amazon. I just looked
Really?
up, gaming PC, and this is a refurbished.
Oh,
On top of that, so
that makes more sense.
So-
prices like that.
I got it for $500, and it streams all of our tournament games flawlessly. I get no frame drops.
it's also easy to
CPU
carry.
usage is, you're not going to believe this, but if you're here at the arcade, the CPU usage when it comes to streaming our tournament games for either 3 hours or 5 hours, 0.1%.
Damn,
I didn't even know this.
that's actually really good. But yeah, if you're searching for something cheap, you could get something used from like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. It doesn't have to be new.
Yeah.
Used parts, as long as it wasn't for mining, it works.
So the funniest thing is, I got this PC. I spent like $1,200 on it. From thanks to Dreadnought or DK, I got a 3080 Ti. So
Ooh,
it was
Nice.
updated, even though it might have been used for mining. Like they got rid of that software,
hell yeah.
and it's like nothing happened. I'm able to play games like 1080p.
I recently just had enough to save up for a new computer. I spent $1,700. It has a 4060.
Nice, nice.
40, but I also jumped from like a 1660. It's like it was a big jump.
Yeah. Then I have like 64 gigs of RAM, 2 fans,
Damn, how much? 46?
$1,200.
Damn.
Okay, I thought the specs were on below this.
I mean, if you have a screwdriver, we could open it.
Nah, I ain't trying to mess with it.
Too much more work.
Yeah. And
I
of
mean,
course,
to get
I
up
also customize it. Like I got the Elgato capture card in here, and this was the HD60 Pro.
Oh,
I need to get me one of those.
Yeah, because I have the 4K Pro one at my house in my own PC. So I was like, let me just go ahead and just take the HD60 Pro, bring it here, and then 4K 60 at my house. And then when Elgato drops their new hardware, I'm going to be doing the same thing. Take the 4K 60 Pro, bring it here, and the new one I'll install into that one. And I think it also has a graphics card of, I think, a 3050 Ti.
That's
Because I had a spare one laying around. And I was like,
Nice.
F it, let me-
TIs are really good.
Yeah.
and
Just for no
RAM.
reason.
You know how much I
and the
spent on mine?
RAM.
How much?
Like $350.
I spent like $100 more on a 4060 Ti.
Nice.
We love it.
And the RAM, when I first got this, it was 8 gigabytes of RAM, but also had spare 16 gigs of RAM. So this bad boy is packing with 16 gigs of RAM. It's not Intel, but it's AMD. I don't know the numbers or what.
I mean,
AMD Ryzen, like what?
Yeah.
7, 9.
it says like
I think it's
5,000 in
a
the front.
AMD Ryzen either 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Because my laptop.
Is it DDR5 or 4?
I believe DDR5.
5? Nice.
Yeah, my laptop actually.
So for 500,
Yeah,
I got
that's,
this.
That's some really good specs.
Bro, I spent the same price on a laptop like 4 years ago. I got mine during the pandemic.
Dude, Sahuan, oh my god, this guy's gonna kill me. He has a laptop that it's on its last leg. That thing is dying.
I'm not surprised of how well he's used it.
He booted up. What game was it? He was playing Destiny. You could hear that thing through the Discord call dying. I've kept offering him to build him a computer, and he says, "No, this has to die."
Bro, we're Puerto Rican. If it dies, it dies. Like, we're keeping shit alive. But if you're using it for fighting games, just use like minimal aspects and such and ratios and quality. Texture could be low. It just depends on what you're playing. I haven't heard
Oh,
of
your only move is hustle. That game's awesome.
I've never played it.
Never heard of
What's
it.
the plot?
The
Or-
plot is that it's a fighting game, but instead of like, normal fighting game where you're in real time, it's a turn-based fighting game. So you pick your move and then
Oh, is it that stick figure one?
yeah.
I've seen clips of it.
It's like
and
$5. It's
It looks
awesome.
disrespectful and I like it.
You can mod the hell out of it too.
What?
Yeah, through the Steam Workshop too. It's really convenient. Just click,
That's impressive and
done.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I should look into this.
there's some crazy stuff.
Because I see people do command grabs with like a turn based. I'm like, how do you do a command grab with a turn based like mechanic?
It's so sick because it still calculates what move comes out first and stuff like that. So you still have to worry about the normal fighting game stuff. But now it's I pick a move, or it's more of you both pick the move at the same time, and then it plays out. It plays like a frame out, and then you do it again and again and again and again and again, and it's awesome.
That sounds extremely fast paced and hilarious as hell.
While you're playing it, it's nice and relaxed, and then you watch the replay. It's like, damn, we're going fast.
It's like do 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 do.
Yeah.
Because a frame is 1/16 of a second. The more that people know.
Yeah.
I'm still studying frame data. I'm still not good at it, but it takes time.
Gotcha. All right. So, any other pet peeves before we go ahead and start to wrap this up?
Let's see. What's another one? Obviously, vibe out, have fun. That's a pretty big one.
Multiplayer, chat, rude people, internet,
Yeah.
modern controls. No, I'm playing.
If you're gonna play competitive games, good playlist always goes hard. Especially during tournaments, a nice playlist.
Bro, one tournament, I was playing El Alfa. The Dominican rapper. I don't even
That's
know what he
crazy.
was saying half the time, and I'm just vibing. And then I was listening to Mashal's second opening.
The new one.
Yes.
Have you seen the little like pictures of him they just have
Yes.
throughout?
I love him.
One of my favorite songs to listen to while playing like competitive games is called Choo Choo Lovely Money Money. It's crazy and it sounds crazy. It is such a fast paced like
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
yeah, no, I found it through Chainsaw Man memes, but it goes so hard.
Oh my
Unbelievably hard.
But yeah, you had to have like that specific song when you're in the mood, and then I hate advertisements of music because I use SoundCloud because I'm broke.
SoundCloud. Dude.
I don't want to
haven't-
talk about it.
No, I'm just saying I haven't used SoundCloud in so long. It's crazy. I forgot about SoundCloud.
You're only negative in your mind. Yeah, you're right. With Guilty Gear, you can be plus on almost anything.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
You see, I don't know much about frame data in fighting games yet. I'm not there.
You'll eventually get there and understand why some games are ass because of frame data.
All I know is that I tried to play DNF once. Never again.
It's free now.
I'm not playing it.
It's either you're free or the game is free. One of those two.
They gave no. I was just,
free.
I was trying to like see the move list, and I tried to do moves, and I'm like, damn, this kind of sucks. This is awful.
Oh my god, watching a major with DNF is the funniest thing.
I can see why they forgot about it.
Like last CEO, I was hyping up my boy Blue Linkies in the funniest way, and I'm hyping everybody up on top 8. Like I was straight up heckling.
No, but I can kind of see how ArcSys forgot about a whole video game.
Oh, they completely abandoned it.
The director said, dude, we forgot this game existed.
Literally, and they promised a season pass like for a year
I know.
straight.
Yeah, like that 1 year was like their worst year, and
They're-
that's when I was like actively playing it, and
Yes,
I
I
wanted
remember.
more. And
Bro, I
now
remember
it's like year 2, and it's like, hey, we're back. Don't forget about us. We're,
Bro, they left with milk and came back. What the fuck?
And they still haven't done anything.
Yeah,
They said that they're
forgot-
back working on it.
They're
What?
like, oh yeah,
Nothing's
I gotta go get more milk, which is just more plus frames and more dumb mechanics.
happened. Yeah.
And now for
Now we
the
have Grand Blue.
and now for the Arc Revo thing, like I was just about to talk about that. Like now the Arc Revo thing, now you see Strife and now Grand Blue. It's like, yeah, we completely just abandoned DNF Duel.
Oh hell yeah, the game is dead.
I think it just.
It's not dead as in like.
I think
The
it's
game
that
is
as in nobody plays it.
Yeah, it's just a very niche group, and people
Yeah.
that know over BNBs and such or the TODs are still good.
Yeah. And it sucks because I wanted to like the game. It was new. It was a fighter that was going in a different direction. It was very easy to pick up and play, especially, if you're coming from a game like Smash and you don't want to do motion controls. Hey, here's a fighter, a
Yeah.
2D fighter where you don't have to worry about motion controls. It's either up, down, left, right, or just neutral. Here's a fighter.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think that's like my biggest issue with that game. I think if it had motion inputs, it'd be so much better.
No, it does. Like you can still do motion inputs in that game, but you have options. Either you want to do motion
Yeah.
inputs or you just want to just do up down, left, right.
I just realized how my brain like associates it. I think it's like a way worse version of Street Fighter 6 is modern.
Yep.
I think if they had done something closer to modern, I think it'd be more fun.
Can we take a moment to realize that Sam Show has rollback before most games or some of these games?
Are we still waiting for Dragon Ball to get rollback?
I think so.
No, they had a rollback beta.
They had a beta test.
Yeah,
but then
beta
they delayed it because they went on break. So they closed the beta so that things wouldn't shit themselves.
I just realized this. I'm like, Sam Show got rollback before fucking DEFZ. And the game came out in 2016.
Oh,
You know, I want to play Sam Show now. Who's down to play? Nobody's going to play the game, but that's okay.
we bring like a console over here or something.
Oh, low-key, I would play it.
Well, before we wrap it up, Jowa, is there anything you want to, discuss or, say to, say on the podcast that, probably or ask us any other questions that you want?
Now I'm trying to think. Something I could ask. If people were down Trackmania brackets.
What is Trackmania?
It's a racing game where the whole point is time attack. So you don't interact, like you can't hit each other. You just either ghost, and then whoever gets the best time wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the game has like built-in, not bracket, but it has like eliminations.
Oh.
So all you do is set it up and have like 4 people get knocked down one round, and then 4 people again until there's like a few left, and then you win.
Okay.
That sounds very easy, but yet.
The only downside is that it's a fucking Ubisoft game.
Yeah, that is a downside. That is a downside, no matter what game it is.
It's free to play, but if you want to do like literally anything, you have to pay like a yearly subscription. It's not that bad.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, but it could be worse. They could be charging you for like skins and stuff.
You're right. It's like having PlayStation Plus, then Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah, when you factor in being on console, that sucks. I just
No, that sounds pretty good. That caught me off. That sounds like some shit Four-Face Buttons would say. But yeah, it sounds tedious, but it sounds interesting.
yeah, like anything by Ubisoft now.
I think Ubisoft should be gay.
Dude, Ubisoft needs to fix their shit.
Honestly, they just keep like slugging Assassin's Creed games randomly.
They said, "Yo, this one's gonna be like a return to form," and made it seem like it was. And then you played it, it's like, no, no.
Dude, most of the Assassin's Creed games don't feel like Assassin's Creed games.
Okay, but like Unity is my go, and Unity will forever be my go.
3 was one of my favorites, and that's why I got this.
3 is really
that's
good.
why I got this tattoo.
Oh, that goes hard. Oh, real quick, you know Ezio?
Yes.
His voice actor is Roger Craig Smith.
Really?
Yeah, you know what else he does?
I'm trying to remember what else he does.
Try to take. I want you guys to take a guess. What else does?
I don't know anything about Assassin's Creed, so that's not my field of expertise.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Roger Craig Smith. Yeah, he's been in a lot of things. He's Deidara in Naruto.
Oh, that motherfucker's Sonic.
Yeah,
And he's Chris Redfield, voices of Batman and Mirage. Wow, that's like a whole interesting...
if you go to his IMDb, it's like
Hey.
400 things. You're like, oh, he's just Sonic, and then you look, he's like Batman and Ezio and just a stupid amount of things.
Wow, I did not know this.
Wait, do you know this YouTuber Stampy, the Minecraft YouTuber?
No, I don't.
Okay, all you need to know, he's just a British Minecraft YouTuber, and British Minecraft YouTuber, and he had a little show on YouTube, like a lot of them do, and one of the voice actors is Roger.
That's funny.
He fucking had Roger on a stupid YouTube show that he did not make a cent from.
That is the funniest. He's real as hell for that one.
How did he get in contact with him?
I don't even know. Sometimes it could be a random DM, or it's like, oh, hey, I just want to be a part of his stupidity. Sign me up.
I've actually found out recently it's not that hard. I've talked to what's this guy's name? Mike Pollock a lot, the voice actor for Eggman. He's super chill. You could just ask him to follow you, and he'll follow you.
Yeah, I got bored and I talked to Devil Artemis. He did a voice impression of Perfect Cell for me, and I almost cried. It was the funniest shit. Because I said one of his clips were a work of art on a story. He's like, and he just does the whole clip. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah. You know what? I know my question. What is you guys' favorite game ever? Like
Favorite
all
game
time?
of all
Favorite
time?
game. Ooh, that's tough.
He said Dirt 2.2. That game's awesome.
Well, is you want to go with that one?
I'm
or?
stuck. I'm actually stuck right now. Like, I'm thinking genre-wise, if it's like a singular game, that's scary.
Yeah. And
I
it's,
got it.
and it's recorded too, so like you're stuck with it forever.
I'll go first.
All right.
My favorite video game of all time has to be Super Mario 64
Oh, that game's a banger.
because that was like to me it was like my very first 3D adventure platform game, and I would say that would be the one game I have spent a lot of time and hours. That's the one game I would say I've played consistently for like 3 years straight, especially when I was young, because at that time, I didn't have I had that game and Mario Kart 64, and it was just me and my brother just playing that game religiously. Like we played the hell out of Mario Kart 64 because that was our very first game. But for me, it was. I always wanted to get Super Mario 64 because of how blown away I was when I saw it on the commercials. I was like, this is the one game I want to play, and I'm going to play this game a lot. And when I finally got the game, I played it a lot for 3 years straight. And it took me actually three years to actually beat the game because I was like, man, where do I get the final 3 stars in that game so that way I can beat the game, go outside the castle, go in the canyon, go meet Yoshi. Where do I get the last 3 stars? And then it hit me. It's in the Bowser stages.
Yep.
So then I had to go in the Bowser stages, get all the stars, boom, and beat Bowser. Finally got it, and I felt complete. So I would say Super Mario 64 will always be my number 1 favorite game of all time because that's was like my pinnacle childhood game right there. Granted, yes, I would say. Maybe Super Mario World would be like my second favorite because that was like my very first platform game that I've played from start to finish. But I would definitely say Super Mario 64, definitely number 1 of all time. That is my favorite game.
I mean, that's honestly a really good pick. That's such a good game.
Gulp.
Gulp.
I would say Gears of War 3 specifically. That game was like a childhood pinnacle, like of one of my first interactions with shooters and such. Also, the fact it was versatile with its moding, and that was one of the last few games that you had to grind a game to earn certain skins or collectibles.
Yeah.
And even if you got a pre-order, you get exclusive stuff that stays with you instead of just like, oh yeah, you have to re-earn this shit later. Good luck. And plus, I just love the fact that it was creative with both Horde and Beast mode. Horde being that you have to survive a horde for 50 waves. That shit's difficult no matter what game it is. And then Beast was a new concept. You play as a locust, fighting people that were like on horde mode, quotation marks, or NPCs, and the versatility between the locusts were extremely different. The story dialogue was godlike, mostly because of the death of a certain person. Well, we've said this in too many podcasts, but Dom's death was like the one that hit me the hardest.
Oh, now you got me wanting to play Gears. I've never played a single of those.
Gears of War is like.
Play 1, 2, and 3. That's it.
1, 2, and 3. All right, forget about 4 and 5.
Yeah, I would say 4 and 5 is where they drifted more towards the multiplayer. But
It's just like Halo.
You know, the funny enough is Gears of War 5 has a collaboration with Halo.
I mean, they're both Microsoft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because they had a meal in one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm being dead serious. They have a meal and
Why?
cat
Why'd they do that?
because they can. It's
Oh,
Microsoft.
The one crossover I'm hoping for is Doom and Halo. That would go so hard.
Oh my god, I would love to see Doom guy in there.
But you reminded me. You remember a while ago the 3 list of platformers? We put Doom Eternal
Yeah.
because I forgot. You reminded me that Psychonauts exist and that I love Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. I have heard of it before, but I haven't played it.
PS2.
Ah, that's why.
OG Xbox, PS2.
Yep.
And Psychonauts 2. Oh, they're so good. If you haven't played Psychonauts, you're missing out.
Noted.
You know the meme of the like milkman saying, "I'm the milkman.
Yes.
My milk is delicious." That's Psychonauts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never knew that. The more you learn.
The
Yep.
more you learn.
Oh, I'll play Gears. Fuck this.
All right, y'all. Well, we are about out of time. It is time for us to put a bow on this podcast and wrap it up. KingJowa, thank you again for being a guest on this podcast.
Thank you for having me, guys. This was
Not a problem. Thank you for joining us and
Yeah, thanks so much.
and being a part of this experience. And hope to have you again in a group episode with other gamers as well, so that way we can talk more gaming related stuff. Looking forward to that. Waluigi.
Oh, dude, thank you so much for joining us. I'm finally happy to re-meet you because I feel like I met
Oh,
you a while
yeah.
back and I completely forgot and I felt so bad.
Yeah, the thing is that I appear here sometimes and then I'm like,
I know. I felt so terrible, actually.
no, it's just I've been really busy the last year. I do plan on coming more often.
Yeah, looking forward to see which CEO event you go to in cosplay. That's going to be fucking hilarious.
It's gonna be Taco. It's gonna be the second one this year.
Okay.
Seal Taco.
Oh, dear God. Hope
I mean,
don't
you can
go-
join us if you want. You can both join us if you guys want.
If I do, I'll try to be Toto. But I got to get ripped.
Toto. Yeah. Right now we have Gojo. I forgot the guy, the voice guy.
Oh,
Inumaki.
Inumaki.
Then we have Itadori. We have I'm forgetting characters. This is for another time. Now we're just getting sidetracked. It's been a good time. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow Silverback Senpai on Twitch and follow us for updates.
Absolutely. This has been episode 91 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. Shout out to our subscribers and those who, support the podcast by any means, whether it's subscribing through Twitch or super chat on our YouTube or whatnot. Thank you so much. And, hey, don't be afraid to, give us a follow and a share on our social media platforms or on your social media platforms and let people know about the South Florida Gamers podcast, because our mission is to hear your story. So until next time, and as always, y'all stay classy.
Peace.
Have a good one.